Hey guys, how's it going? This is the Power Gunner, and I'm pretty excited right now because the third inFAMOUS game was announced. It was almost a week ago now, but anyways, I'm going to be breaking down the trailer for it, for inFAMOUS Second Son, for things that you may have missed. I am a huge fan of the inFAMOUS series, and I didn't know how they'd make a third one, but I'll explain it as we go on, how the story works out. So, you may not know some of the things I'm talking about if you haven't played the first or second game. And just to warn you, if you're still playing the first or second game by chance or plan on doing so, there's going to be some spoilers in here. So, yep. I think I should just start playing it, and I'll stop it every once in a while to tell you guys what's going on, what you may have missed and stuff. Okay guys, so here you see that there's that tower thingy, and it's kind of foggy. Yeah, so there's that famous tower thingy, or should I say inFAMOUS? inFAMOUS tower thingy, in Seattle, Washington. So this game is going to take place in Seattle, Washington. And, you know, it's an urban place. That's what the inFAMOUS games usually take place in, big urban cities. And I think it'll work out well. As you can see, there's many tall skyscrapers, and of course that big one. I don't know the name of it actually, but yeah, I don't live in Seattle, never been there, and I'm not a Seattle expert. Yeah, but it looks like there's many big buildings in the background. It's kind of foggy from this view, but yeah, that's where we're playing in inFAMOUS Second Son. Okay, so here we just get a sort of better view of this big tower. Now, I think, well, this obviously seems to be the biggest tower in Seattle and in the game on this map, since inFAMOUS just has one big map for the game. This seems to me like this is going to be like that one big tallest building that you have to climb in one of the levels for something. And yeah, I think that it would be a lot of fun to climb this. This looks taller than any of the tallest buildings in the previous two inFAMOUS games, and I love climbing tall buildings and then, like, what's it called, thunder bombing off. I'm not sure if that's what it was called. It's been a while since I played the first two games, but yep.
Your safety is our top priority. The DUP is in control.
Okay, so here we see a sort of security checkpoint thing on the road, and it says DUP on it, and you will hear repeated over and over, the DUP is in control. Now, I read a description of the original video that this was on, and DUP stands for the Department of Unified Protection, and it is an organization that doesn't want people like superheroes to be like doing stuff, and they don't like superheroes, and they think they're bad, and they're like bioterrorism. And yeah, ever since Empire City and New Marais events in inFAMOUS 1 and 2, they've set this up to stop that from ever happening again. Yeah. And there's some security cameras around. Basically, there's a lot of security in the future, and I'll talk about the timeline of this game later when it takes place. Okay, here. You see a date on the screen. In the upper right corner, it says the 20th of February 2013, or at least that's what we think it says. Something that's weird is that's the day that this game was announced at the Sony press conference when PlayStation 4 was announced. Yeah, just in case you didn't know, this game is on PlayStation 4 and on PlayStation 4 only. Now, Why it would have that date, I'm not sure, because this game is supposed to be 7 years later after the events of Infamous 2. So, yeah. And I'm not exactly sure if this is picking up from the bad ending or the good ending of Infamous 2, but I'm guessing that it could pick up either way, like how Infamous 2 picked up from Infamous 1, like it didn't matter how you finished, if you get what I mean. So, yeah, just showing this, so if it was 7 years later from Infamous 2, which we're assuming took place in 2011, because that's when the game came out, then this would be taking place in 2018. So, I don't know why it has this date, but I don't know, maybe it's just an error or something, or maybe it doesn't take place 7 years in the future and I just read something wrong. Maybe they got the wrong facts. Alright, keep on watching the next part. Yay!
G6 status.
G6 clear.
G7 status.
G7 clear.
Okay, something that I noticed here, which might be kind of weird to notice this, but yeah, it's just a little something that I noticed. If you look up, okay, so you see this big screen that the security guys are looking at, and then to the right and left of it, there's two little hologram screen things, and they each have what appears to be a sort of diagram of part of the map that we're gonna be playing on, the Seattle map. So that's, I guess, kind of what it might look like in the game. So, yeah. All I have to say there.
H1 status. What the hell?
What was that? I don't know. B2 status?
What should we do?
B2 repeat status.
On me. Keep your eyes peeled.
Okay, and here we see the main enemies that we're going to be fighting. They're going to be like the, Reapers in this game. Like Infamous 1 had Reapers. There's some other ones too. And Infamous 2 had the dudes that were under Bertrand's command. Yeah, so these DUP soldiers are probably going to be the main guys that we're fighting.
Control of the situation.
Okay, here, you've got to pause it at the right time, but you can actually see this dude, who's going to be our playable character in this game, flying while he's on fire. Now, he rushes past really quick, so you have to go frame by frame to see this, but yeah, you can see him just like that. He's touching his head, so maybe when he flies, he touches his head, because he has a magic head, and it gives him awesome powers. Maybe he's not actually touching his head. Maybe he's just like, woo, Superman! But, yep, looks like we can fly in this game, which, that's pretty awesome. Alright, here. As you saw, yes, he just dive-bombed him while, he was flying. So, yeah, that's awesome. We're going to be able to fly around and then dive bomb on enemies at some point in this game. Not sure if we'll have the power from the start, but yeah, seems awesome. Okay. Dun dun dun! This lady walks up to the screen. Now, we never see her face in the trailer, which makes me a little suspicious of something. Okay, look at her hair. It's like red and kind of shortish. That reminds me a lot of Moya's hair from Infamous 1, so this might be Moya. Maybe that's why they aren't showing her face, is because they don't want to reveal yet that is for sure Moya. But I've also heard something that in an Infamous comic book that fills in the gap between Infamous 1 and 2 says that Moya drowned or something, but maybe she didn't. Who knows? Maybe this isn't going by the comic book, even though it probably would. But anyways, I have a feeling that this is Moya, and it would kind of make sense that she'd have this sort of security job like this, so I think it's Moya. Just saying, I think it's Moya.
Check in B5, B5.
Over there. Go. Cover me.
Alright, here we are getting a look at the new melee system. Looks like we have a chain, a fiery chain that we get to use, since this guy's like fire/smoke powers that we whip people with. So that's awesome. Okay, and here you see when he doesn't have the chain out, he wraps it around his wrist, and we also see this symbol that's on the back of his jacket thingy, which I don't know what it means, but it might have something to do with the game. Something awesome. It probably will. So yeah, there's that symbol. Dun dun dun. Okay, here you see. Yeah, we're pausing it a lot now because this goes so fast. So yeah, he's actually punching now, so it's not just his chain whip fire thingy. He can also punch. It's like a fire punch. And there he just like totally destroys that guy, pwns him. And yeah, it looks like the melee is pretty sweet in this game.
I want him alive.
Stop right there! On the ground! Now!
Okay, that was pretty cool. He just threw a fireball and took out this armored DUP vehicle in one hit. That seems like it's going to be a pretty good move. Maybe it's some sort of the new grenade or upgraded one. But anyways, yeah, he just threw a fireball at it. Pretty impressive.
The DUP is in control of the situation.
Okay. I'm not quite sure what this is, but it's some sort of a smoky, fiery whirlwind. Sorry, having some trouble saying whirlwind. Blech. Try saying that 5 times fast and 50 times that. Alright, so there's this whirlwind power, and not quite sure what this is, but I have a feeling that this is kind of like in Infamous 2, where Cole had the power where he could like stand in the middle of a bunch of enemies, then do something and like suck the life out of them. It was like the what do you call it? I can't remember because I haven't played it in a while, but it's like when you drain the enemies, but it's like a better version. Okay, here we see he has materialized from the whirlwind, so that was him, and he can turn into that. That's probably one of the better powers, because this soldier's just taken out. He's sitting down here. This DUP security guard guy. Okay, here we see our guy's face. If I pronounce it right, I think his name is Delson Rao, I think. And from descriptions of YouTube videos that Sony put up and stuff, it says that he's 24 years old and he discovered his powers while like saving people from a train. Like, I don't get how you could discover your powers while saving people from a train when you don't know that you have powers, but something must have happened, and now he has these fiery kind of powers. So yeah, it seems like the DUP, they don't like superhumans, so they're trying to wipe them out, and he's fighting against the government. This kind of reminds me of a sort of Hunger Games thing where a evil government has taken over in the future, and some people are fighting back like rebel peoples. Yup.
You are not in control.
Okay, that was pretty epic. You are not in control. Something. Anyways, yeah, that's what he says. Yeah. Alright, Infamous Second Son. Oh my gosh, the name of this game. So it doesn't say Infamous 3. So I wouldn't call it Infamous 3. I just call it Infamous Second Son, because I'm not sure if they're doing something weird like with Assassin's Creed where 3 comes out after the third one in it. Like, you know, there was Brotherhood and Revelations before 3. Anyways, yeah, so now something that I don't think anyone has noticed, or at least that I've heard of them noticing, but the name of this game, Second Son. What does this remind me of? Well, in Infamous 1, oh, hey, little kitty, you're over here. Hi, cat. Sorry, that's my cat trying to interrupt my videos and destroy my YouTube channel very slowly. Alright, so the First Sons in Infamous 1 were a group. They were some of the bad guys that you had to fight, but they were scientists that helped Kessler, the version of Cole from the past, build the Ray Sphere. So I don't know what else Second Son would have to do with other than, you know, the First Son's Second Son. That's all I can think of how this would relate. And other than that, I don't know, maybe there's some element of time travel behind the story in this game, just like we've seen previously. Yeah, and there's tons of secrets in Infamous. I'm sure this will have to do with some things with the story of Cole McGrath. Even though he's not in this one, he's either dead, or if you go from the evil ending, actually we never know what happens to him. He could still be out there. So maybe depending on if you do evil or good, maybe you can find Cole. Okay, that was just a huge guess, so don't take my word on that. That's probably not going to happen. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching this. I don't think there's anything else I need to talk about this game, but it seems really awesome, and I can't wait for it. I want to get a PlayStation 4, but I'll have to see what Xbox is doing, so hopefully I can play this game. And just a few last things, guys. One last thing. I have been doing an Infamous playthrough, like Infamous 1, then I was going to do Infamous 2 after that. So, around the time that Black Ops 2 came out, I stopped doing that. So, if you'd like to see it return, then I will, but it doesn't get that many views. So, if you want to see it, comment below and like this video. So, and then I'll continue that, but, yeah. Also, last thing here, before we go. Sony or, what's it called? I'm sorry, I forgot the name of the developer of this game. Here, let me check. Not Naughty Dog. No, this is Sucker Punch. Okay, Sony or Sucker Punch. If you see this, do not take it down because of copyright, because it's just a breakdown. I'm not re-uploading it just for the heck of it, so don't kill me. Alright, bye guys.